No, seriously, I'm just kidding. Hi, my name's Rick Robinson. I am the general manager of KLRNradio.com. We are probably the largest independent podcast network that you've never heard of. We have a little bit of everything, and by that, what I mean to tell you is we have news, pop culture, special events, conspiratainment, true crime, mental health shows, drama productions, and pretty much everything in between. So if you're looking for a new podcast home to grab a little bit of everything that you love all in one place, come check us out. You can find us on X under @KLRNradio. You can find us on our Rumble and our YouTube channels under the same names. You can also find us at KLRNradio.com and pretty much every podcast catcher known to man. So again, feel free to come check us out anytime you like at KLRNradio.
Come gather round the footlights, lads, and hear the old boards groan. A tale of ink and iron will, of voices overblown. From mics and scripts to painted sails, we've traded shore for sea. The players will man the rigging soon. Aye, your hands, follow me. From Long John shadowed silver grin to Jim with compass true. We speak the words, we wear the scars, we make the old world new. No gold without the work behind, no legend without sweat. A stage, a ship, a single breath. The course is not set yet. We players sail.
Hi everyone, this is JJ, the co-founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the #1 way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening.
Thanks, JJ.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
We've got answers. We've got time. We've got theories that sound just fine. We've read the room. We've skimmed the page, been wrong before, but never afraid. We'll tell you why, we'll tell you when, we'll tell you how. Again and again, we've got the tone, we've got the flair. We didn't ask, but we're still there.
And welcome into tonight's episode of Men Explain Poorly. I am one part of the crew, Mr. Rick Robinson. We are in missing man formation. Unfortunately, Delaney's under the weather, so he will not be joining us tonight. I am, however, in this moment, joined by none other than, you know him, you love him. On X, he's Yes That V Charles. He's VC. How you doing, sir? How's things?
Absolutely capital, my man. Absolutely capital. Did you know that this show is big in Vietnam?
Didi Mao Fugazi.
Yeah. Tu Bu Ku.
Oh. And also, we are joined by one of our other regular miscreants of the crew, otherwise known as Ordnance J. Packard, who is just stepped out from behind a dumpster behind Circle K to hang out with us for an hour. How you doing, sir? How's things?
You know, going to war without England is like cooking without England.
Better?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. No, I am doing great. And there's fantastic news about our reach in Vietnam, because if you all remember, when I was on Mines for a while during one of my numerous suspensions from Twitter, the thing I loved about Mines, the social network, is it was entirely populated with large-breasted Vietnamese underwear models who loved me just for me.
And they loved you a long time.
Indeed.
Oh.
But I am fantastic. It is 76 degrees and sunny. And hope it stays that way for a while before we get fucking hot summer.
You're not ready for hot barn raising summer yet?
I've already made ball soup a couple times this year. I could go a couple months without that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually been kind of cool here. I think we got up to like 70 today. It's down to 60 now, so it feels pretty good.
How about you, Rick? How you doing? What's going on with you? What's going on with Rick?
Well, I don't want to jinx it, but after feeling like crap again for almost 10 days, I feel pretty good again. We'll see how long I last this time.
These things tend to go in cycles. So, yeah.
Well, the last couple months, it's like I've been sick longer than I've been well, and it's starting to piss me off because it's like every time I start making headway on everything I fall behind on, I start feeling like crap again. I'm like, But yeah, I was making.
Go to Costco and get some sumo oranges.
Nice.
Yeah, you need vitamin C, brother.
Oh, trust me. I've been taking the crap ton of vitamin C.
Go get real vitamin C. Go get
real vitamin C
sumo oranges
from food. Yeah.
No, I know.
Don't take pills.
Oh, I do both, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I have vitamin C drops. I have vitamin C gummies, and I also have been eating a lot of oranges and limes and lemons and shit. So
God, I gotta get more oranges. Fuck. I am orange free at the moment. I am citrus free. How will I keep away the scurvy?
Well, considering we're going to be doing a play about pirates soon, probably should be focusing on that a little more. Just saying.
Yes.
But yeah, Al's making
April 24th.
Yeah, Al's making a great point in the chat. Going to war without England is like going deer hunting without a progressive white woman.
Damn.
Shots fired.
And then he said, as far as oranges for best results, put them in bourbon.
Someone made a great point about that today. But it goes with our overall topic, so I'll save that for later. See, that's a teaser. You hook them. You hook them for staying later in the show.
Nice. Oh. Gotta hang out for the fun stuff later. But no, so anyway. So I don't know. I mean, well, the funny thing about this topic is this all kind of happened by accident. And a lot of folks on our side of the aisle were a little bit pissed off about what brought this thing to fruition, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because even folks that I hang around with all the time were like all over social media, like freaking out because of what Trump said when he made the joke about Pearl Harbor. And I kept trying to explain to all of them that she wasn't mad at him, because if she was upset with Trump because they wouldn't have at that time considered themselves equals, she would have been looking at her feet. Instead, she was staring daggers into the reporter that was dumb enough to ask the question. And then his joke about, well, why didn't you guys tell me about Pearl Harbor, which I thought was kind of weird with the way he worded it, but it still went viral. And then all of a sudden, all of Japan is like, you mean we don't have to be ashamed of this anymore? And then that's when everybody figured out that we basically have a universal translator now. And we've all been talking and hanging out and shit ever since. So fun times, fun times.
Hey, we got the alien.
Yes, we do. He's here with us.
Huzzah!
I am ready and willing to probe my new Japanese friends.
Oh, probing is back on the table.
Yes.
Oh no. Well, see,
Yes, it is.
Here's the quiet.
It never
part.
left.
Yeah, I was gonna say, here's the quiet part he never told you. Probing was never off the menu, boys.
Exactly.
He was just being more selective about who he was probing, and now he has an entire.
See,
new
what
group.
what has anal probing really taught them? Only that 1 man in 10 seems to enjoy the process.
Oh
Well,
my!
My math is different.
Well, yeah, your math is different because you have 12 fingers, so your math is based on 12s, not groups of 12, not groups of 10. So yeah,
Base 12 math. But no, I mean okay, you got to look at it. It didn't directly benefit the aliens. What it did benefit is that we all became much more accepting about our colonoscopies. So there. Thank you.
I mean he's not wrong, but still.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
true.
So am I the only, speaking of alien probing, am I the only one that was a little disappointed that during the 40-minute blackout there was no weird shenanigans going on with Artemis 2? Because I was really kind of hoping the aliens would be like, we told you not to come back, motherfuckers.
You know what? We don't know that. They could have received a shot across the bow.
With
That's a
information-
juxtaposition topic.
Yeah, but with information the way it is today, I'm pretty sure if that would have been a thing, we probably would have heard about it by now. But who knows?
No.
Who knows?
It's like Arthur C. Clarke said, any technology far more advanced than our own will seem like magic. They're using magic.
Yes.
They did everything humanly possible to those people in 4 hours and then wiped their memories.
Yep. There's spells for that in D&D.
Exactly.
So did you guys
Drugs
know
on
that-
Earth.
Yeah. So did you guys know that there was a similar reaction on Reddit to this whole Japanese brofest thing? Because I didn't until I started researching today. Apparently there were posts all over Reddit talking about the new Japanese American bromance. So
Yeah, no,
Go ahead.
yeah, I know Vincent was. Go ahead, VC.
No, I was going to say, how many Reddit mods have lost their goddamn minds over this?
well,
Yeah.
None.
the real question
You have
is
to
did they
have
really
one
have
to
the
lose
number?
one.
See?
Right.
See, just saying. But yeah, I think Jeff has a point. You have to have one before you can technically lose it. But anyway,
I had said that the other day. I got a little blowback for it, but I think it's because I made it too general. I said my comment was that the people who are going to be really mad about this this brofest between us and Japan are the weebs. Not all of them. A lot of weebs are pretty cool, but a lot of weebs have been acting like the gatekeeper for a very long time on what part of Japanese culture is acceptable for us to enjoy, especially among the localizers and stuff like that in video games and anime and stuff. But yeah, it's the barriers are down, and we're having a great time talking to our Japanese bro. It's very wholesome. It's just it's awesome. And then they opened it up for I mentioned it, I hit VC with it last night. They opened it up for the French too. Well, they opened it up for a lot of languages, but our Japanese friends were kind of like going, hey, you guys should talk to the French dudes too. They're pretty based. And so I put it out there that I'm a little gun shy given that what I've seen from France, but I'm willing to learn. And I met a couple good dudes today, a couple solid ones. But yeah, this whole language barrier coming down, it's definitely got to be pissing the left off because they've had their little, signal chats and everything coordinating globally. Meanwhile, we've just been fucking normies stuck in our little social media bubbles. And now that's all busted open where we can find like minds everywhere.
yeah, they don't like it. They don't like it at all.
We've come to find out that there are a lot more people who think like us than we had previously thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had no idea the Japanese mindset. I was reading some of these tweets, and they're taught in school to just endure this sense of shame because of what happened in World War II, and everything since. And a name that comes up a lot is Fukushima, the reactor accident. And, people were made to believe that it's their fault. Why is it their fault? Who's telling them it's their fault?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's Japan's fault that there was an earthquake that actually altered the rotation of the Earth slightly, and the resulting tsunami that came from it. I mean, okay, look, yes, that plant had 4 redundant backup generators. It absolutely, under normal circumstances, had all of the safety protections you could expect from a modern nuclear power plant. All 4 of them got taken out. What do you do then? I mean, that was like, that is like the odds of what happened at Fukushima happening would be the same thing as if an asteroid hitting a dinosaur and it falling on the generators. It's that, or Godzilla, since it's Japan.
Yeah.
Well, and let's not forget I think the most important part about Fukushima. How many died?
0.
0. That tells me at least everything was built right. All the precautions were in place.
Yeah, the only casualties that were involved with the tsunami.
Right.
And
Yeah.
there were quite a lot of them.
Yeah, Mother Nature's undefeated.
Yeah.
Right.
She's also a cranky horse sometimes, but hey, I mean,
Right.
mhm.
What is this thing you say sometimes?
No, but I mean, to your point, VC, yeah, they've been taught this shame for Pearl Harbor, and some of the earliest tweets that we saw coming out of Japan were, I mean, they were just amazed that, that we were over it. It's that we're like, no, we can joke about it. By the way, do you mind this meme about me, really right in front of my rice cooker that has the atomic bomb? I haven't hit that one yet, but yeah, no, it's
I've
we're
seen
over
it. I've seen it out in the Twitter sphere, and yeah, they get it. They
Okay.
get
Yeah,
it.
All right, cool.
They're okay with it.
In the moment that one gentleman mentioned, hey, next time let's deliver your nuclear power in a different way. That was just. I'm like,
Yeah, that was chefkiss.gif. That was.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is perfection in a joke with truth behind it. That
Yeah, your shipping sucked last time.
yeah.
Oh.
No,
But yeah,
it's just been really liberating for everybody.
Well, it was just amazing to watch because so many people, and the thing about us as a people, we do this with everything. We assume everybody's exactly like us, and they think exactly the way we do. But then we let the left get a hold of it and think that we've earned every bit of guilt and everything else that they want to throw at us. And so then when somebody makes a joke, everybody gets offended and everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe Donald Trump said that. And meanwhile, like the entire country of Japan is breathing a sigh of relief. They're like, oh my God, they're joking about it. We don't have to be ashamed anymore. And I mean, what threw me, I expected it from the left. I didn't expect it from so many people on our side to start clutching pearls. And I'm like, dude, you guys not really get that, that yes, we can find common ground with other cultures, but most other cultures are not exactly like ours. I mean, look at the drift between us and Britain now. Britain's basically given itself over to Islam, while we try to follow suit, and a lot of us are trying to stop it from happening, kicking and screaming.
Well,
But same concept.
What I found most amazing about this is I never had a desire to go to Japan. Not because of the history. All of that is amazing to me. I would have killed to go there. But I'm allergic to seafood. If there's one place on this planet that the assumption was all they eat is seafood and rice, it was Japan.
Right?
And part of all this Twitter exchange has been watching some of the most amazing food that's not seafood come out. That I'm not even kidding. I started learning Japanese 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Some of their burgers they've been
Yeah.
dropping on me. Yeah.
And Orty, you can attest to this because when you go see Americans do tours in Japan, it's I gotta try this seafood or I gotta try this seafood, or even like people like Allie, God, Wonderlust or whatever her name is.
Mhm.
She lived a couple years in Japan, and she still talks more about the seafood than anything else. But then you watch the Japanese camping videos, and these ladies are cooking up steak and drinking beer. And you're like, oh, they're just playing for American audience. At least that's what I thought. And
Right.
now seeing all this Twitter exchange going, wait a minute, you can make a cake and a rice
Yeah.
cooker? Holy crap, what have we been doing wrong?
Right. Yeah, you can make pancakes in them. They're
Yeah.
awesome.
You know, I guess it's like when I grew up, I had a really good Japanese restaurant. It was actually the restaurant that my family would always go to for special occasions, and they had my favorite Japanese dish. As much as I love sushi, is tonkatsu. I mean, the way they do pork chops is fucking amazing. Pounded flat, deep fried with like just a yard of panko on it, and yeah.
See, I just had dinner.
Tonkatsu. Yeah.
Dude, I think that I would love to go to Japan, but I think for different reasons. Because in every country that I've been to, I find the tallest structure there and I go to the top of it. And Tokyo got rid of Tokyo Tower, they replaced it with the Sky Tree. And it's basically a 2,000-foot tall hotel, restaurant, shopping mall, office building, and every other goddamn thing. Period. And I want to go there because it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple dudes, and they're just like, "Yeah, when you come, we'll go to you should go check this city out or that city out." I said, "No, I'm not about cities. I'm a country boy. I'm rural. I want to see, I want to see the provincial areas. I want to see the working fishing villages and towns and shit like that." And they're like, "Oh, brother, you're gonna dig it then. Yeah, you're gonna lose your mind out here."
And that's another thing. I saw a couple people tweet out, if you want to see this part of Japan, here's where you need to go. If you want to see industrialized new technology, here's where you go. And I don't know about you, but there's always this assumption that Japan is just like a blanket slate, and seeing the different, God, the imageries. Oh my God. But just knowing where to go now based on some Twitter interactions, it's like, oh, okay, I'd be more interested in historical Japan. So I would need to go here. I don't need to see all the technology and the 6 foot by 3 foot coffins hotels that they have. Don't get me wrong. Some of them look amazing.
Dude, I so want to do that. I mean, Tokyo is basically the closest we'll ever get to Blade Runner, Los Angeles in 2019.
Well, I mean, it's a downgrade from my alien technology.
Yeah, well, everything's a downgrade from your alien technology.
So I prefer further back.
The sky was gray, tuned to a dead channel.
Yeah, the color of a television tuned to a dead. Oh my God, that I'm still cringe because I know Apple's gonna fuck that up.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Even the vending machines with the prizes or the foods, I'll never forget. There's this American living in Japan, and he does a YouTube channel with traveling all across Japan, eating out of vending machines. And I thought he was making it up because one episode in this middle, basically nowhere, there's a vending machine with a microwave next to it. And I'm sitting there going, there's no way in America, in any city, I'm sorry, even the decent city I live in or town I live in, that microwave wouldn't be stolen, beaten up, or treated like crap. And here it was.
I trust society.
Yeah. And I was watching that going, my God, we used to have that.
Yeah, we did.
Well,
and
part of that, I think,
do.
Well, I think part of that in Japan, though, is the difference in culture, though, because like they don't have janitorial staff in schools. The kids clean everything before they go home. So they are taught to absolutely respect everything. So I think that is so ingrained into them, and this whole, idea of if you do. I mean, I know there are aberrations there, just like we have everywhere, but a lot of them, they are so tied to the honor of their name that a lot of them would never dream of defacing anything because it would bring dishonor to their entire family and they'd be disowned and everything else. But I also think a lot of it is because, from a young age, they're taught to respect everything. Like they have to clean the school before they go home. I don't know why we don't do things like that. here.
Panties, 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 panties.
I don't know who that was, but okay.
Oh, that was from the Roji Panty Complex episode of MST3K. Boba just says panties, panties, panties for 10 minutes. So yeah, you said vending machines. So
Yeah. You know what I think? I think the biggest surprise for our Japanese bros was the respect that Conservo Twitter had for Shinzo Abe.
Oh yeah.
oh my god, I saw so many memes. So many.
Yeah, and they're just like, holy shit, these guys get it. They understand us. I'm like, yeah, we do. And your new prime minister is based too. So, plus, Jeff sent me the picture. She was an absolute smoke show back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was.
So, but yeah, so I mean, it's the cultural exchange. I mean, yeah, they've been craving all of our barbecues and stuff, and that's awesome, and watching some of them try to do it, try and fail with brisket, and everybody's like going, no, dude, brisket's fucking hard to cook. You're good, just keep at it. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
And everybody being really supportive and them being really supportive of us, and so it's like I had made that comment about not falling for Japanese thirst traps or not succumbing to Japanese thirst traps, and my feed was absolutely destroyed for 2 days with ramen and tonkatsu and sushi because the translation didn't really go through.
And
So
then you missed the goth thirst traps again, and I had to feed you in Discord.
yes, thank you. Thank you for that. But so I mean, it's just I mean, Jeff, I know you're not big on seafood, but the rest of their food they have, it's like getting a one of my favorite ramens to get is the tonkatsu ramen.
Yeah.
And you get the eggs in it, you get the pork cutlet, and you get man, I gotta get to Japan.
And like I said, I know it's my short. I mean, I am allergic to seafood, so but it was my short-sightedness that I'm like, oh god, that's one area how will I eat? I wish I was making that up. It was a legit concern because I'm watching these people go on these nice trains having meals, and I'm like, everything is seafood. I would starve to death. But then, like I said, all of a sudden, this whole new world opened up thanks to the translation. Going, okay, first off, their food looks freaking amazing. The pork ramen, like you said, is yes, please. They're modeling. The car modeling, the aircraft model, the naval modeling that I've seen come out.
The attention to detail is
and I'm gonna make fun of the show that we are the brother show of that's no longer exist. I know a certain Canadian that would fail a certain test of male or female because some of these people make Lady Thai boys look ugly.
Yeah.
And the one thing you have to remember, Joe, you had a legitimate concern with the food because Japan is about 60% mountains. And for a lot of places, it's incredibly difficult to raise cattle or pigs or other kinds of animals when you've got you can go out in the water and haul in 2-3 tons of fish a day with no effort whatsoever. But, cattle farmers and, people who raise, pigs and sheep and stuff like that, they have it a bit tougher because a lot of the land that they raise this on has been basically terraformed. I mean, leveled out, and you can see it in some photographs. everything's terraced. There's enough room for, like, if you had a cattle to graze over here and if you had over there, and they have to maximize the space that they have, and that's what makes other meats so expensive over there. But apparently a lot more people are doing it now, so it's not as expensive as it used to be.
Well, I'm gonna, and yeah, I agree. But I'm gonna go a little bit of juxtaposition here with you for a moment, and I apologize. I know you guys, Rick and Orty, you talked recently about New Zealand and Australia and where certain things were.
Right.
What size did you think Japan was when you were growing up? Was it small, like itty bitty?
I think I conceptually understood it was about the size of probably Baja, maybe a little bit bigger. I mean, not the size of most of the West Coast, or at least California and half of Oregon.
Right.
But I figured it was around the size of Baja. And for you people who haven't looked at a map recently, Baja is that little dangling wang below California that's part of Mexico.
It's Mexico's dick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's California's dick, actually. So talk about food real quick. Vincent, you're probably familiar with this. Do you know what Uzura is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, Jeff, you'd probably dig those too. Quail egg shooters.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
It's a raw quail egg and soy, little ponzu, sake, wasabi, and yeah, they're fantastic.
Dude, I made those like 2 weeks ago. They were selling quail's eggs. They were selling quail's eggs at BJ's. So naturally, I bought 18 of them. They come in a pack of 18 instead of a dozen. But yeah. And
yeah, when some of my Twitter bros found out that I like Uzura, I was like, the big conquering hero for like a little bit. They're like, oh my God, our food. Yeah.
Have you shared your tri-tip with them yet?
Not yet. That's a hard one to explain. I'll have to. You know what? I'm going to make up a tri-tip this week. I'll do that. And
I think what you need to do, one of your made dishes. I mean, like the sides. I think you did something with like green beans or something.
My green bean casserole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Oh,
Dude,
got my
hit them with that. I mean, because what I see from them, I'm sure it's comfort food for them. But, I see a lot of noodles. I see a lot of, like fried pork patties, fried chicken patties, and stuff like that. What if we introduce them to like American side dishes? I mean, come on, green bean casserole with fried
tater
onion
tot casserole.
Tater tot casserole for breakfast.
Yeah.
And
no, we definitely got to hit. We okay. You guys have all gotten barbecue. We're now going to introduce you to hot dish.
Yes.
Nice.
And yeah, that's something that needs to happen.
And I want to give a plug to a YouTube channel full of interesting, I guess would be the correct term to use, British guys, Sorted Food. They are, of course, liberal wanks, but they recently did an episode with some sandwiches that had American, Italian, and Japanese. And it's so fascinating to see the different style of food. And I watched that before all this Brofest happened. And now I'm like, wait a minute, I think they shortchanged the Japanese on their sandwich, man. They need to up their game. And actually a couple days ago, they're saying they're putting out a second video because people were complaining. So I'm like, yeah, after all this Twitter exchange, I'm like, yeah, let's show more. Give me more, please. Yeah.
And the Diablo sandwich. Oh, Chili Mac. Absolutely. Got to introduce some Chili Mac.
Yes, Chili Mac, the Diablo. It's not the same if you don't have a Dr. Pepper, so I hope they have Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, no, you have to have it. Oh, no, they dig Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Sweet.
no, one dude, he was talking to me this new drink they have that's basically Dr. Pepper mixed with, it's like a Monster and Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
It's called Nope. And because they did, yeah. But,
and he drank 6.
But yeah,
nope, going out of there.
Yeah, no, he was telling me, he's all, no, it tastes like Dr. Pepper. And I said, but it's got like taurine and shit in it too, so it's like an energy drink. He's all, oh yeah. So,
and I love the fact that people have been trying the Southern peanut cola.
Oh
yeah,
peanuts and Coke. Yeah,
yes,
and they're going batshit for it. They're like, oh my god.
Well, they took it to the next level because now they're doing it with bourbon, Coke, and
Oh God, I'm like, holy crap! They out Americaned America.
I know.
No, but they always do that.
They just modded the
always
fuck out of
take they always take, and in the 80s and 90s we bitched about it. They took an idea of ours and they improved it.
Yeah, I never would have
Now
thought of.
it's like,
Yeah,
dude,
I
thank
love
you.
Coke and peanuts. I never would have thought about a Jack and Coke with the peanuts.
Yeah, I never would have thought of it either.
And I'm like, shit, I need this in my life.
So I think I found a Japanese dish that I really want to try. It's their version of fried chicken.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Kar-
that
karaage.
is
Mhm.
Karaga. Yeah, or Karag. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's cool because they put during the egg wash part or during the wash part, they put soy sauce in that. The first time you're eating, you're like going, "Wow, that's," and then you just like, "Wow, that's a little salty," and then you're like, "Holy shit, that's good." So
Well, I never thought about using.
And then the umami kicked in.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I never thought about it. Looks like they use, of course they use usually boneless chicken thigh, which is awesome because here we're always like everything's got to be the breast meat. I don't really like white meat that much, so I kind of like the fact
Fucking white meat.
that they use
I tell everybody this: white meat takes on the flavor of whatever you cook it in. There's
I
no
love-
distinct flavor.
I love
If you
white
use
meat,
thighs
especially if
and
it comes from
wings,
Finland.
If you use thighs and wings and legs, you taste the chicken.
giggity.
Along
yeah,
with whatever you flavored it with. White
I
meat is
also like
for
the fact that I also like the fact that they usually use potato starch. I need to remember that because I forgot all about potato starch because that's how they get the really
Instead of
crispy-
cornstarch, yeah. Yeah, arrowroot too. Yeah, Cheerwine, we got to push that too.
Yeah, I
Peppa,
recently
make it snappy. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
I recently discovered Japanese D&D too, which is awesome.
Yeah, the commercials for it are fucking rad.
Yeah. I've actually found a couple small little channels. Can't understand a word they're saying, of course, yet, but
Hey, they're playing it.
yeah.
Dude, this is just with a basic AI translation program. That's
Yeah, it's
all
our
this
universal.
is.
We got a Elon gave us a Babel fish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He gave us a
We have
Babel
the
fish in its early stages of development.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, give it no, don't even give it 2 years. Give it about a year and a half. You're going to see this on TV and on radio and podcast. It's going to offer basically instantaneous translation. When somebody says something, you're going to get nearly instantaneous feedback. The translation, in the language that you're speaking, and it's going to be amazing.
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up because one of the things, and we talked about this a little bit before the show, is because I really wanted to watch Star Blazers. Well, I found Crunchyroll a couple months ago, and I was like, I could get a week free trial of it and basically watch Star Blazers, and thought I'd be done with it. Well, I didn't cancel it, so half the time I'll fall asleep watching anime lately, and half the time what'll happen is there'll be an English version and the standard version right next to each other. And after a while, eventually the damn the damn play next button starts playing the one in the wrong language. I swear to God, I've woken up a couple times in the middle of the night, and for like a half a second, I could understand what they were saying. And then I woke up enough to realize it wasn't English anymore, and I stopped being able to understand it. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, there you go. We'll be cussing in Mandarin like Firefly because of AI Translate. Yeah, damn right.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's fantastic.
It's funny you say that, Rick, because I saw something before the previous show that I can't remember the name of, and Aggie will kill me for Cocktail Lounge. I saw a tweet that I thought was hilarious about babies. You can look at a baby and go, say mama, say dada. They never say. They always say mama, dada. So a baby learning to speak understands the word say as to speak. So how much of different languages do we actually comprehend when we're not paying attention?
Well, yeah,
This
that's
is
kind of why I brought it up, because it's like subconsciously, it's like, and I noticed it even today. Like I was watching a news show and I was listening to it, and the theme music was playing, and I could tell that it was in Japanese, and there were a couple of words that my brain translated, and I was like, I was like, wait a minute, I understood that. Why did I understand that? What the hell?
Well, and it's funny because I know almost no French, but I live, unfortunately, against the Canadian border. So at nighttime, I get Canada's AM radio stations, and because I know the game of hockey and I know English, I will listen to French radio of a hockey game and understand every single word they're saying. But if you ask me to say, that sentence, I can't do it. But I can absolutely tell you, oh, hey, they meant a pass there. Oh, there was a check. Oh, there was this move. There was this move. Oh, the goalie slid to the left to make the save. I understand 100% of it in French. I don't really know many words at all in French, but I can listen to it in hockey form.
So one of the things
go ahead.
One of the things I just checked, because I've talked about it before, because of an infection and guns and rock conscious my whole life. I've got hearing aids, so I was just curious. I said, "Is there an instant translation app?" And the first thing that came up was GPT. Well, I've got GPT on my phone, so that I could walk around and it would translate and then pump it into my hearing aids. So I don't even need localization anymore. But it would all be in GPT's voice.
Whatever, Captain Archer.
You're right. But no, I mean, we're there now where it's GPT. Well, I mean, I'm sure Grok can. Well, Grok, they're using Grok on X for all this. So obviously it can translate in real time with audio. Then,
hang on,
yeah.
can it? Let me.
The newest version of the Meta Glasses does it too.
Let me
if you've
ask
got the
Grok.
the earbuds.
Carry on. I'm going to ask it real quick.
Oh, sure. Go talk to your AI and leave us alone.
Yeah.
He'd rather talk to his AI than talk to us. But no, I mean, I've seen commercials for the newest version of the Meta Glasses where they have the attachment where you can have it pipe it into your ears and it'll actually translate stuff and give you directions and everything else. So that was kind of cool, but it's just weird, like, because it seems like it took a lot longer than we thought it was going to, but we're finally starting to get some of the stuff that was talked about in the Jetsons.
Yeah, it took longer to get here, but it's actually happening faster than I think we imagined it would. Because I know Orty has spent a lot of time talking to our Japanese friends, but the translations seem to be fairly on point.
Oh, I know. I've been testing them to see.
Yeah, I mean, short of contractions and slang, because it does. It's like it can't. There's no translation for y'all, and obviously there's no translation for thirst trap, which I found out. But But for just basic conversation, and that's why I try to. I kind of go Firefox on it, thinking Japanese, or like thinking cultural Japanese from what we've been exposed to through television. So I'll use, words like disrespect and shit like that I wouldn't normally use when in conversation. So
I've noticed some
rather
of your
than
tweets
what's that?
Some of your tweets have taken on distinctly Japanese sentence structures. I've noticed lately.
When I'm trying to, for my Japanese bros,
And can we take a moment? To appreciate the glory that is violence of cheese.
Violence of cheese, and the frog dude.
Yes,
the wholesome frog dude. Yeah, because he figured out last night that he gets the whole frog of shame, but he's not really good at picking up what he should be applying it to in American politics, and it's really not their thing in their local politics. So he's doing the frog of happiness now,
which is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the most Japanese thing ever.
And what else is awesome is what Ubiquitous just dropped in the chat. +1 for the Star Trek 6 reference.
Yeah,
it's awesome. The most underrated of Trek films, but
and it is the best one. But he also makes a good point too that kids are amazing at language until 12. When I was in junior high, and again, this is where I don't get the whole 70 years of shame with Japan, because during the 80s, Japan was huge here. And so it's like I wanted to learn Japanese, and I got the cassette tapes. It was like 6 cassette tapes and shit like that. And I remember a little bit of it, but I actually remember the local Japanese restaurant I mentioned earlier because they had this insanely stupid commercial. But I remember every word of that in Japanese. I can tell you I love my Shogun in Japanese.
Yeah. and okay, how many of you think our Japanese bros are lying about there's still no ninjas?
Oh, they're definitely.
Oh, that's exactly what ninjas would tell you.
Exactly.
They want you to know. They want you to think that.
It's like the Amish space lady. Never mind.
You've said too much, sir.
I've said too much.
Morty,
Shit.
You're about to get the Amish version of redactions, sir.
keep your voice down.
First of all,
First of all, lower your voice.
So you're telling me if I just claim I'm Ukrainian, I could get a whole bunch of weapons? First of all, keep your voice down. But okay, the point I was going to make earlier, the hook. So our Japanese bros, they were the first one to start seeing French getting auto translated too. So they said, hey, you guys, give a chance to some of the French guys, and I said, yeah, that's great, but we got a long history with them because their leftists have been injecting themselves into our politics on Twitter for quite some time. But I met a couple base guys too, and they are absolutely, they're like us, but they're far and few between.
Basically, what you have to remember about France, I know partly because I've been there several times, and partly because, I served in the army. The only place that acts all liberal and shitty and every other goddamn French stereotype you can think of is Paris. If you go 50 miles away from the city in any direction, they love Americans.
And doesn't Paris have like a 50% or higher inbreeding problem?
Yeah. Yeah.
More so now that they've imported north. Never mind.
Yeah, we won't get into that. But yeah, you know what we're talking about. But if you go anywhere, I mean, if you go to the south, if you go to Marseille, if you go to Nice, if you go up north, if you go to Le Havre, Normandy.
Nice is nice.
Yes, it is. They love Americans. And especially in Normandy and Brittany, they feel morally obligated to be really nice and kind to Americans because of what happened during the war. And if you go to a bar and you say, "Yeah, I'm American," and they're like, "Put your wallet away. Put your wallet away. You don't pay for drinks. You don't pay for dinner. They take care of it." And so, yeah, you can say France is based, but unfortunately, we only hear about the government, which is so not fucking based.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Nikita and Elon has unleashed a I'll say it, a Godzilla-like effect on based individuals that are now starting to talk to each other.
Godzilla! Oh wait, sorry, I didn't mean. Sorry.
Gojira.
Yeah, it's gonna snowball, and not a lot of people are gonna like it. But
I said that to one of the French dudes today because we were talking about because they just came online with this. They're just trying to figure out how are we getting such quick translations from English and shit. How are these Americans understanding us now? But when I was talking to one of them today, I had made the comment that inadvertently or inadvertently, not what Nikita and Elon have done, and I still don't agree with everything Elon does, and he pisses me off. But for right now, he's good with me because I'm getting my monetization. I haven't been suspended in a while. They are doing more with this auto translation to crush global Marxism than anything that has come before. Because now we can all actually talk to each other. We can coordinate the way the left has been doing for 40 years.
Exactly. And you can communicate in real time with someone who doesn't understand a word of what you say.
So One
all
thing that I
through
find
a phone, and it's amazing, and I love it.
one thing that I find interesting is that actual French people are just now starting to be translated. Vincent's been being bitching about being automatically translated for like 6 months now. So
Vincent was the guinea pig.
he'll do his normal good morning post in French. He's like, I might as well just fucking give up because it keeps translating it anyway.
Bonjour à tous.
Wait, Simo's alive and living in Greenland? Oh,
Wait,
he'll
who?
stop us? No, he won't. He'll join us.
Simo 100% will join us.
Yeah. Yeah, this has just been wholesome and fun. And the one thing for those of you who haven't engaged, or those who have engaged, but you're thinking you're taking, oh, these Japanese dudes are based, and so I can talk to them the way I'm used to talking to my American bros. No, you can't. Okay. Dial it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot, just a little bit, because they're not used to full contact politics the way we are. It's like I was telling one of my Japanese friends the other night, I'm all, you think this is insane the way we do politics? Wait until the holidays when the Nog Wars start. Like, you guys will fight over anything. I said, yes, we absolutely will.
Yes. It's okay that you're occasionally wrong, Morty.
No, I'm not. Nog is the emperor. The emperor.
I'm talking more. I'm talking more about your Mountain Dew take.
No, there.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah. That.
Wait, what Mountain Dew take? I must know this now.
Imagine living in a world that has Mountain Dew.
What's wrong with Mountain Dew?
Not in a good way.
I like Mountain Dew.
I'm gonna go on a fucking Geddy Lee rant.
Before they created energy drinks, Mountain Dew was like the most heavily caffeinated beverage around.
Yes,
Except
and
for, like,
there's no
Coca-Cola.
substance in the world that can actually be used as a adhesive that people put into their bodies since sniffing super glue like Mountain Dew. If you have ever spilled Mountain Dew on anything and then you attach something to it, you have made a Flex Seal the likes of which God has never seen.
Well, I mean, to
You
be fair,
already had sold me on drinking it. You don't have to keep convincing me.
It's an adhesive. It's a floor wax.
I need all the patching I can get lately.
right? But yeah, I mean, that's like Coca-Cola. You can use it to clean battery terminals. So how good is that for your stomach?
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Also, I used to have to rep Mountain Dew.
How do you sleep at night, bro?
That's understandable. Then okay. Orty, let me publicly say I forgive you for your Dew stance.
Oh man, I had to rep Mountain Dew and Pepsi.
Oh God.
I just felt dirty. I just come home and you remember that Family Guy when they were doing the Star Wars, or no, it was Robot Chicken, where Darth Vader's just got his head under the fucking shower and hating his job. Yeah, that was me. That was me when I was repping Pepsi and Dew.
hey, Amish.
I'm gonna do it, Karen. I'm gonna open a sports bar.
Yeah.
Hey, Amish, check the showroom real quick. I sent you something.
So
I'm pulling
Okay.
a VC.
Well, I will say one of the greatest things about this Japanese Bro Fest is I legit can go to Japan on the company dollar because I work for a Japanese company.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you should figure out how to do that, bro. That would be awesome.
Yes, I need to figure that out.
Boy, aren't those bouncy?
Right? You're welcome. That was one of the first things I saw when right after I typed the title into Restream that showed up on my X page. I was like,
Anyone
yeah.
have some cookies?
right?
Right. Add some milk. And that's what I was telling our Japanese bros the other night too. I said, you guys are really behind in the ASMR camping chicks.
Yes.
Because, Kieran Camp and Yo-Yo Camp are both Korean.
Yeah.
And they got to get on that shtick.
Joa is Japanese and
Yeah.
Mitsubori, I think, is Japanese. No, Mitsubori likes to wear skirts and hosiery and whatnot, but she's like 4'8". We need to up our game a little bit more. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was it was funny. Dude's like going, American Bros need crave ASMR. Yeah, he quote tweets me with the American Bros crave ASMR camping. Ladies, get on that.
Yeah, what I love, and I'm going to go here because it is men behaving
Poorly.
Poorly.
I don't care about explained. I'm behaving poorly. The Japanese women have a chance to do something that would be a godsend on this planet. Put every whore on Twitch rather, and
I was gonna say.
OnlyFans out of business. Please, for the love, if you want to convert me to Christianity quicker than anything else, let the Japanese women ruin those two groups of people, and I will convert tomorrow.
That'd be Shinto.
I know, but I was just being,
Yeah.
American.
Oh. All right. Well, believe it or not, gents, we've come to just about the end of our time together. So we're going to do what we normally do, and I'll start with the alien. Where can folks find you, sir?
Please don't. These next 2 weeks are pure hell for me, so don't find me.
No. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Understood.
Fine, we won't.
So just for that, I won't put your location out on maps or nothing. I'm just playing. I wouldn't do that anyway.
That's
And,
it. You're getting a picture of your front door.
Amish, where can folks find you?
You can find the pictures
It's all
on my
fun and
back
games
door
until
if
you see your
want it.
friend door in your notifications. Let's see. This is my light week. You can find me as Ordnance Packard on Twitter. Still weird. You can find me this week. I will be Friday night on the Curse of Stephaneros, where myself, Jeff, Vincent, Delaney, Janie Mack, and the EP do our Dungeons and Dragons setting. Saturday, we'll be recording our next episode. Sunday, you can find me on the Vincent Charles Project, and I'll let him announce what movie we're watching, and then then back around again.
I do need to inject one thing about Saturday night. It is the last recording of the Curse of Stephaneros with my son not being an adult.
Yeah, I know.
They grow up so fast.
Yeah, you're gonna get
He's
all
11.
weepy, and then in 15,
Yeah, I
20
was about
years,
to
you're
say,
gonna be like,
EP is 11. But yeah.
Well, if you listen to the show, especially the banner behind the scenes, you know he's not young.
Oh, I know.
No.
I've listened.
dude, my son is gonna be 40 in a couple of months, and he calls me even more now than he did when he was 20. He's like, Dad, what about this? What? I'm like, oh, if you hadn't figured it out by now, boy, you got issues. Like I have the answer to any of this shit. I don't.
Answers?
Lefty,
I don't even
loosey,
know the
righty,
questions.
tighty. It works with wrenches, screws, and hookers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I threw my son off the other day because at Easter he came up and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I got a question." I was like, "I don't even know the answers or the questions. So I don't know what to tell you." And he just kind of rolled his eyes. But anyway, VC, where can folks find you, sir?
Well, you can find me here every Tuesday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. You can also find me Friday nights, Friday nights with the Curse of Stephaneros with Jeff, Wardy, Delaney, Janie Mack, and EP. And on Sundays at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you can find me and Ordy and Jeff and Janelle Waz on the Vincent Charles Project. And this Sunday's film will be Robot Jocks. So join us. It's going to be a good one.
I can't wait to hear the EP's reaction to that.
All
and
right,
yes, it's on Tubi, so watch it for free. Don't
yeah,
pay.
you can watch it for free.
Don't pay MGM Plus prices on Prime. Fuck them.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you want to watch without commercials, you can get it for a week and then cancel. But I always forget to cancel anyway, so I stopped doing shit like that. Anyway, so as far as for me, you can find me tomorrow doing the Rick Robinson Show at noon. You can find me tomorrow night starting at 7 p.m. Eastern for Kingdom and Country Bible Study. I think tomorrow is Toxic Week. I think. I don't remember when
It is.
first was. Yeah, it is. And then so we'll be doing that at 8 Eastern. 9 Eastern, Behind Enemy Lines, may or may not be on with them. 10 Eastern, Rick and Orty. 11 Eastern, Edge of Liberty. Thursday night, I'll be pushing buttons for the Disasters in the Making crew. And then hopefully Jen and Rick will be back. And then Friday night, back with He Said, She Said. And Saturday night, I am off because you guys will be doing recordings. So, anyway, that's going to do it for us. We've actually already lost the X feeds, so we're going to shut everything down. You guys enjoy the rest. Well, a couple of the X feeds, not all of them. But you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And if we happen to grab anybody from either Vietnam, Japan, or that region, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And apparently, for some reason, we've gotten really popular in Vietnam this month. So tonight's show is sponsored by Bobby Bob Beer. Best beer in Vietnam. No, Bobby Bob Beer. Only beer in Vietnam. Bye, everybody.
Hail Hydra.
We've
No
got
killing.
answers.
Oh.
We've got time. We've got theories that sound just fine. We've read the room. We've skimmed the page. Been wrong before.